Bristol City have been linked with a whole host of names since Nigel Pearson's departure from Ashton Gate. Liam Manning was the latest one to be linked with the vacancy in Bristol. Well, the day before yesterday, it was Frank Lampard, and he was quite high up in the betting odds. And despite betting odds not meaning a thing, there was a lot of conversation, especially on Twitter, about Frank Lampard potentially becoming the next Bristol City manager. That was pretty quickly debunked. Then it was Bristol Live who came out with Liam Manning, who was set to be examined for the new Bristol City role, and he is under consideration for the vacancy at Ashton Gate. Well then, who is Liam Manning and what could he bring to Bristol City? Again, if he is appointed, and I'm not going to make the same mistake where I go full in on John Eustace and say he's set to be Bristol City manager. Liam Manning started off his managerial career at West Ham under 23s, where he stayed for 4 years from 2015 to 2019. So not that, kind of old. He's only 38, so it does fit that young progressive manager bill that John Lansdowne is seemingly talking about. So 4 years at West Ham under 23, so getting to know the academy. Goes abroad into mainland Europe with Lommel SK for 1 year from 2020 to 2021. Comes back to MK Dons in England, and in League One actually leads them to the playoff semi-final for the 2 years, or supposedly 1.5 seasons at MK Dons. He led them to the playoff final, developed playoff semi-final. He developed the likes of Scott Twine, Harry Darling, who've now gone on. Scott Twine in the Championship, doing things at Hull, and Harry Darling at Swansea as well. So developing top League One players, and generally having a pretty good reputation. But the following season, things kind of fell apart a little bit. Maybe MK Dons was just a bit of a basket case at that time. Things fell apart a little bit. He was brought in towards the back end of last season at Oxford United, where they were in a bit of a pickle. Liam Manning, they got safe. This season have made a brilliant start to the EFL League One campaign, and currently sits second behind leaders Pompey. His MK Dons and Oxford sides in particular have been renowned for that possession, high energy, kind of pressing style, which Bristol City are seemingly going for after Nigel Pearson, and Manning would fit that bill to the T. The young age still means he has a lot of time to develop, and potentially means he would be learning on the job a little bit, but I think with patience of our fan base and the ownership in particular, that time will be given, and I think that would be a relatively successful appointment. But again, just rumours at this point, so that is it for the Liam Manning section. Let's move on to the match preview for Bristol City's home game against Sheffield Wednesday. Well, Sheffield Wednesday will be coming into Ashton Gate with a lot of confidence after a 2-0 win against Rotherham, but the bigger context is that was their first win of the season. A dismal run before that, which led to the sacking of their previous manager, Xisco Munoz, but also did lead to the hiring of their new manager, Danny Röhl, who's come in for the replacing Xisco Munoz. Danny Röhl so far has had a few games under his belt, one win, as I said, against Rotherham. A 3-0 defeat against Plymouth at Home Park was not great, but generally it seems like he's getting things moving in the right direction. Key players, i.e. Barry Bannon, Josh Windass, are seemingly getting more out of playing under Danny Röhl, and it looks like Sheffield Wednesday are moving in small increments in the right direction. Well, from a Bristol City perspective, we'll be led under former assistant manager Curtis Fleming, who has taken over on an interim basis, as I said in my Nigel Pearson out video. And this time, he'll have a lot more players to play with, really. And he'll have a few more players who are coming back from injury. And those three, the big names, are Zach Viner, Cal Naismith, and George Tanner, who are all back and will be in contention, as Curtis Fleming said. 2 centre-backs and a right-back there, so that is kind of our defence kind of back in shape, hopefully. And hopefully Andy King and or Cameron Pring won't have to play in centre-back. And we have proper right-back instead of Mark Sykes playing down on the right-hand side. So hopefully those few injury faces coming back slowly will be a massive help for this one. I do think our quality is there, and I think we can definitely go out there and attack Sheffield Wednesday, and if that is the case, I think we will score. But Sheffield Wednesday, as I said, we do look a better outfit, and if this was a few weeks ago, I'd have gone, this is an absolute must-win for Bristol City. But with a slight chaos at the moment, and maybe the lack of direction, or just a lack of kind of new face in there right now for Bristol City, this could be a little bit more of a banana skin than I possibly anticipated. You don't really want to be the side to lose, 2 games in a row against the team that's just won. You don't want to be on the receiving end of that, but I think it's also kind of nice that we'll definitely not be the first side to lose against Sheffield Wednesday this season. Hopefully Bristol can go out there and get the 3 points, especially at home where we are a bit more attacking. I do think Curtis Fleming will release the shackles a little bit and just go and tell the players to just attack and just get the goals and just get the win. Given our chaos and a little bit and, our situation at the moment, there is arguments to be had that this could be a bit of a weird game for Bristol City and potentially one that Sheffield Wednesday will be looking at and looking for a win if they want to claw back this tricky spot they're in at the moment at the bottom of the table. So from a Bristol City perspective, it's more about not letting that get to you, just making sure you go out there and complete the instructions of Curtis Fleming, because it won't be that different to the one under Nigel Pearson. So hopefully from a Bristol City perspective, with the returning players, the kind of maybe a new face slightly in the dugout, I know Curtis Fleming did a lot of the talking whilst Pearson was said due to his injury. So hopefully there's a little bit more of a releasing the shackles and a lot more attacking. That's why I'm going to go for us to win. And I think our quality is a little bit better than theirs. And despite their win, I do think we have a slight edge. So that's why I'm going to go for a 2-1 Bristol City win. Let me know your score predictions down in the comment section down below. So that is it for this one. A lot to talk about from a Bristol City perspective. Liam Manning, Frank Lampard, the game against Sheffield Wednesday tomorrow, which I will be there for. So check out the matchday vlog after that one. Thank you very much for watching this match preview and managerial situation update. If you have enjoyed it, hit like. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel for more Bristol City content in the future. Keep safe, and I'll catch you all later. Cheers.